Hello, hi, good morning. A country cannot be explained in a single word. It is combination of many different aspects. India is our country with 1.3 billion population. When we say India, we refer to geographical, demographical, cultural, philosophical and many other dimensions. In our previous classes, through the study of Rigveda, we came to know about our history, classification of knowledge. Through Dhamma of Ashoka, we came to know about our philosophy. The study of Indian national movement introduced us to our recent history. In the same way, we will study about geographical aspects of India under the topic Our Country, India. India is a country of vast geographical expanse. In the north, it is bounded by the lofty Himalayas, the Arabian Sea in the west, the Bay of Bengal in the east, and the Indian Ocean in the south. Wash the shores of the Indian Peninsula. Students, you already knew that. What is peninsula? Let's recall once again. The peninsula is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on three sides. Look at the figure 6.1, that is page number 939. India has an area of about 3.28 million square kilometer. The north to south extent from Kashmir to Kanyakumari is about 3,200 kilometers. The lofty mountains, the great Indian desert, the northern plains, the plateau, and the coasts and islands present a diversity of landforms. There is a great variety in the climate, vegetation, wildlife, as well as in the language and culture. In this diversity, we find unity that is reflected in traditions that bind us as one nation. It has a population of more than 120 crores since the year that is 2011. It is the second most populous country of the world. Next one is locational settings. India is located in the northern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer passes almost halfway through the country. From south to north, mainland of India extends between 80 degree point 4 in north and 37 degree point 6 in north latitudes. From west to east, India extends between 68 degree point 7 in east and 97 degree point 25 in east longitudes. Due to great longitudinal extent of about 29 degree, there could be a wide differences in local time of places located at two extreme points of India. Students, as such, the difference between these 2 points would be of about 2 hours. As you have learnt earlier, the local time changes by 4 minutes for every 1 degree of longitude. The sun rises about 2 hours earlier in the east, that is in Arunachal Pradesh, than in the west, Gujarat. You have already read earlier why the local time of longitude of 82 degree .30 has been taken as the Indian Standard Time. This meridian or longitude is also termed as the Standard Meridian of India. Next, India's neighbors. There are 7 countries that share land boundaries with India. Find out the names of these countries from the figure 7.1. Across the sea to the south lie our island neighbors Sri Lanka and Maldives. Sri Lanka is separated from India by the Pak Strait. Next, political and administrative divisions. Dear students, India is a vast country. For administrative purposes, the country is divided into 29 states, 7 union territories. Telangana became the 29th state of India on 2nd June in 2014. It was previously a part of Andhra Pradesh. Delhi is the national capital. Remember, the states have been formed mainly on the basis of languages. Rajasthan is the greatest, or you can say largest state. Goa is the smallest state in terms of area. The states are further divided into districts. Next, political divisions. India is marked by a diversity of physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coasts, and islands. Standing as sentinels in the north are the lofty snow-capped Himalayas. Him plus Alaya mean the abode of snow. The Himalayan mountains are divided into 3 main parallel ranges. That is, the northernmost is the Great Himalaya or Himadri. The world's highest peaks are located in this range. Next, Middle Himalaya or Himachal lies to the south of Himadri. Many popular hill stations are situated here. The Shivalik is the southernmost range. The northern Indian plains lie to the south of the Himalayas. These are generally level and flat. These are formed by the alluvial deposits laid down by the rivers, the Indus, the Ganga, the Brahmaputra, and their tributaries. These river plains provide fertile land for cultivation. That is the reason for high concentration of population in these plains. In the western part of India lies the Great Indian Desert. It is a dry, hot, and sandy stretch of land. It has very little vegetation. To the south of the northern plain lies the Peninsular Plateau. It is triangular in shape. This is a region with numerous hill ranges and valleys. Aravalli Hills, one of the oldest ranges of the world. The Vindhyas and the Satpuras are the important ranges. The rivers Narmada and Tapi flow through these ranges. Remember, these are west-flowing rivers that drain into the Arabian Sea. The Western Ghats are Sahyadris border the plateau in the west, and the Eastern Ghats provide the eastern boundary. The plateau is rich in minerals like coal and iron ore. To the west of the Western Ghats and the east of Eastern Ghats lie the coastal plains. The western coastal plains are very narrow. The eastern coastal plains are much broader. There are a number of east-flowing rivers. The rivers Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri drain into the Bay of Bengal. So students, two groups of islands also form part of India. Lakshadweep Islands are located in the Arabian Sea. These are coral islands located off the coast of Kerala. The Andaman and the Nicobar Islands lie to the southeast of the Indian mainland in the Bay of Bengal. Students, do you know which group of islands were affected by the tsunami in 2004? Find out through reports and by speaking to how in different ways people faced this challenge when tsunami struck the Indian coast. Remember, tsunami is a huge sea wave generated due to an earthquake on the sea floor. So dear students, today we learnt about India's geographical expanse, locational setting, India's neighbors, political and administrative divisions, and physical divisions under the topic Our Country, India. By this, I would like to conclude this session. Thank you.